All right, here we go. 7 strategies on dealing with annoying people. Number 1 is stop spiraling. When someone is really getting under your skin, we tend to think extensively about why that person is being so annoying. We're just waiting for them to do one more annoying thing so that we can bust their chops. Can you hear my experience in this area in my voice? We've got to stop the spiraling. Stop entertaining these thoughts. Think about it. Nearly every single mistake you and I have ever lived to regret was a result of not being able to stop entertaining destructive thoughts. We are not 13 years old anymore. I read this once by one of my favorite authors. When I was a child, I thought as a child. I reasoned as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. Number 2, don't write fiction novels. Let's refuse to create stories in our head as to why someone is doing what they're doing. For example, she's just doing that to get attention, and that annoys me. Or he hasn't returned my call or returned my email because he doesn't like me. Or this person in front of me is driving slow on purpose. They can see me in their rearview mirror. They can tell I'm in a rush and they're purposely trying to ruin my day. The truth of the matter is we have an inflated view of how intelligent we are. Every man is right in his own eyes. You don't know that any of the assumptions you've made are accurate or not. The only thing you know, and the only thing I know whenever I'm doing this, is that it is just making us more angry. Number 3, let's acknowledge the ugly truth. Now, of all these points that I'm going to share with you today, this is the one that is the most bitter of all the pills. This is the hardest one for me to swallow. The reason why we get annoyed is because we are not getting what we want. And that is an incredibly prideful position. Don't all quarrels come because we are not getting what we want? In the end, we are annoyed because someone's not talking to us the way we feel we should be talked to. At some point, we're going to have to decide how we're going to respond when we don't get our way. Because here's the deal, we're not always going to get what we want. So, number 4, let's get big. There's a teacher out there by the name of Robert Thomas. He instructs people how to stay in a peaceful or relaxed state. Robert uses "get big" as one of his slogans with his students. Imagine you are a 2-year-old toddler who can't have a toy or some ice cream at the moment you want it. This problem becomes your entire universe because you have no perspective, so you throw a fit. This is the world of a 2-year-old, but as adults, we know that this is a very small problem. And in fact, there are lots of other things the 2-year-old could do to be happy. Sure, that's easy for you and I to say because we have a bigger perspective. But when someone offends us, when someone is annoying us, all of a sudden we have a small perspective. One little offense, or maybe it's even a large offense, an annoying moment, it becomes the biggest thing in the world and it makes us so incredibly angry, we throw a fit equivalent to a 2-year-old. But if we get a bigger perspective, if we get big, we can see that this little thing matters very little in the bigger picture. It's a wonderful feeling being at peace with everyone you know. So the next time you're talking with someone who is annoying you, ask yourself, will this moment even matter 3 hours from now? What about 3 days from now? What about 3 months from now? Chances are it won't. So let's find a way to exit this situation, get out of the conversation without causing conflict that is going to put stress on the relationship long after the moment of annoyance is over. Let's remind ourselves, get big, and then widen our perspective. Number 5, let's feel sympathy for the person who's annoying us. I was at a conference one time up in Chicago, and the guy that was speaking was telling a story about how somebody asked him, why do terrorists do what they do? Why do they get into planes and crash into buildings? Why do they strap bombs onto their chest and kill people? And he had a very, very wise answer. He said this, I don't know. I don't know why they do what they do, but this is what I do know. That these people are very unhappy people. Apply that to your own world. The people who are most annoying, the people that are most cynical, the people that are the most argumentative, the people that are the most obtrusive, those people are most likely the most unhappy people you know. Number 6, remove the negativity. According to Psychology Today, silencing your reaction has the power to shift the mind of the difficult person. Often, people who react negatively regret their behavior when they calm down. But if you counter with negative energy, they are more likely to stick to their story and justify their jerkiness. How do you like that word, jerkiness? If instead you surprise them by shifting your attention elsewhere, you remove the energy from the situation or the conversation. In fact, they might give in once their ego is no longer involved. Last and final point. How healthy and balanced are you? This is what I've noticed about myself. When I am walking into an annoying situation or I'm talking to a person who is being annoying and I am already emotionally unstable, I'm mad about something, I'm ticked about something, I didn't get good rest, I'm not getting good sleep, I'm stressed about something. It depends on my personal state and how I respond. The more rested you are, the more fulfilled you are in what you're doing, the deeper your anchor will be during those turbulent moments. The awkward truth is this: how we respond to annoying people reveals more about us than it does them. And what does it say? It says that our emotions and mental fortitude can be easily manipulated by even the most unstable people. That's all I have to share with you this week. But before I sign off, let me say these last 2 things. You're going to spend eternity somewhere, so make sure you're ready. And number 2, go be outstanding and shock the world. Until next week, ciao.